Tax the rich. That's the solution to all of Vancouver's house pricing problems, right? Well, let me show you how taxation by the government can backfire. I'm going to read you this Vancouver Sun article here and how it is actually killing small business by taxing the rich. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if you've ever been to Las Margaritas, great little Mexican restaurant down on West 4th. I think it's been there for a bazillion years. And the owner's name is Dan. And Dan just received a tax bill for an extra $6,000. And I'm going to explain to you what they're taxing. So Vancouver brought in the speculation tax, the vacancy tax, whatever you want to call it, in order to cut down on the amount of empty homes within the city of Vancouver. And the BC has actually brought in something very similar, a speculation tax. And something you need to know about commercial leasing is when you do lease a property, it's done by what we call triple net. So the landlord itself, the rich, wealthy landowner, actually doesn't pay the taxes. It's actually the tenant who pays for, taxes and improvements and all that stuff. So when taxes go up, it's actually not the landlord themselves that end up paying the taxes. It's actually the small business owner. And the next thing you need to know is that properties are often taxed at what they call their highest and best use. So if you do have, say, a single family home and it now has been rezoned into, say, high-rise space, you have the potential of being taxed at the highest and best value, which could be
a skyscraper.
Now, the idea behind this taxation is if the property is sitting vacant, the city wants to encourage people to return it to the market so it can be developed. So the development should hopefully be into housing or some sort of higher and best use to improve the cost of living within Vancouver and encourage business. Where this has really taken effect is, empty homes, abandoned, like for instance, a vacant lot. If there was a home there and the owner just decided to bulldoze the home, and not put some sort of new housing on and rent it out or live in it themselves, they would be taxed as a result, almost as a penalty by not putting more product out there for Vancouver residents.
But what happens when taxes go bad?
Well, let's return here back to the article because Dan, the owner of Las Margaritas, just got hit with an extra $6,000 tax bill in the middle of a pandemic. You see, the problem is that Las Margaritas is a little one-story restaurant currently sitting on a spot where there could be more units built, get this, above it. Yep, you heard that right. The potential to have more units in the air above this restaurant is actually the reason why the owner is paying more money in tax. So essentially, the city and the province is actually taxing the airspace above a small business. The worst part of this whole situation is if you wanted to redevelop, first of all, permit process in the city of Vancouver these days, what are we talking, 18 months? So a year and a half of paying this tax before you can even start building if you wanted to build. And then if you did want to build, you would actually have to shut down the restaurant business and finance the building above the unit, which would obviously absolutely devastate and kill the business. So what's the solution? Well, it appears here, the small business owner of Las Margaritas, this Dan, is just going to have to buck up $6,000. So this goes to show you why taxation of the rich can often backfire on small business owners like Dan. So the point of the story is here, before you think things like speculation taxes or extra taxation on everyone is a good thing, you have to consider the fact that you're likely going to have unintended consequences that trickle down into small business owners or even people, could even be residential tenants. Because let's face it, even in residential, when the property taxes go up, rents are going to adjust, and therefore who pays the rents? It's not the landlord, it's the tenant. So there you have it. Taxation of the rich doesn't always work out the way it's intended. This is, in my opinion, absolutely silly. And I hope Dan and Las Margaritas can find some sort of reprieve from the city or the province and get this whole thing reversed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to stay up to date in real estate in my marketplace of Surrey, BC, or for this matter, even Vancouver.